Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mover Ruins Movies. Haven't done one of these in a while, and I've been watching this show. It's called The Rookie. It's on ABC. It's a pretty cool show, but there's a lot of cop stuff. So I am in law enforcement. Obviously, I've talked about that. Flown helicopters and flown fighters, and this one's got a mix of law enforcement. I've been wanting to do this show because some of the stuff is so bad, but it's really a good show, except for season 3. That one's terrible. But it's a really good show. There's a lot of stuff that can be ruined. And in this episode, it's about a gamer that steals a helicopter. So I thought it'd be cool to do Mover Ruins Movies on this.
Oh, sorry. Visitors can't park down here.
I know. I'm not. My dad sent me down to his car to get the copies he bought for us.
Oh, who's your dad?
Steve Miller.
Property crimes.
Yeah, that's him. We don't get to see each other too often since the divorce. Mom got full custody. So he makes me stop by the station for some father-son coffee time before school.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
4, right? Huh? Property crimes? 4?
He plays a 46-year-old rookie, or he's not a rookie by now, but he started out as a 45-year-old rookie.
Yeah, divorce is tough.
You too.
No.
Classic hug.
For the pep talk.
Pickpocket.
I needed it.
No problem.
What's happening?
Someone stole a police helicopter.
What?
Nolan.
Sir, I just heard about the airship. Do you know who took it?
No. But you do.
Womp womp. So would he have access to the roof? The real question is, did no one watch him? Were there no mechanics?
I repeat, do you
No pilots? And it's just all unlocked. So once you got the key card, you're good to go?
In Nolan's defense, a teenager stealing a police helicopter, but it's highly unexpected behavior.
We're
Correct.
cops. Highly unexpected is what we do before breakfast.
No.
Hey, kid, I know you can hear me. So right now, I have the FBI, Homeland Security, and the DOD blowing up my phone, and they're all saying the same thing. We should launch fighter jets and blow you out of the sky. Now, do you copy?
That's true.
This is Airship 3. Please identify yourself.
Sergeant Wade Gray, LAPD.
Subway, listen. I know they're not going to blow me out of the sky while I'm over a populated area. So tell them to just save the jet fuel. Okay, this is a joyride, not DEFCON 1.
Okay. So we've actually had a CBP guy on the show. At the very least, they're probably going to scramble. So you're probably going to have law enforcement agencies because there's other helicopters. He doesn't have the only helicopter in LA. He doesn't have the only law enforcement helicopter in LA. Federales probably would be scrambled. And then I don't know who's an alert. It might take a minute, but eventually an alert fighter is going to get there and they're going to shadow him. If you guys remember the Alaska Air or the regional Alaska Air that was taken for a joyride, they shadowed him. They didn't shoot it down, but they did follow him because that is an alert mission. So just because you're not shooting him down doesn't mean you're not going to get an escort by some very armed fighters. So we're already not doing great.
Just going to have a little fun. I'll return your helicopter. Good as new.
Listen, boy,
If I may.
So the other piece too, I'm not going to say this is unrealistic because law enforcement helicopters, usually the way it works, right seater is talking to all the outside agencies, air traffic control, approach, et cetera. And then the left seater in the TFO seat, they have police radio. So the fact that they're talking via police radios, okay. The fact that a kid knew that, put the headset on and knew to talk, unless they had it set up. I mean, it's already nonsense, right? That the kid's even flying the helicopter. We'll get to why in a second. But it's not completely wrong that they'd be talking on the police radio. Plus, it's fiction. What I do like, though, is they had him flying in the right seat, which I think is correct for the AS350. So at least they got that part right. A lot of them don't get that correct.
Hey, this is John Nolan from the elevator.
Hey, yeah, the divorced dad.
Look, you were super good at bonding, by the way. I mean, I really felt the emotional connection.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, you would try to talk him down.
We know Steve Miller's not really your father, so why don't you tell us who you really are?
How do you know Steve Miller's name?
Who I really am is the hero of my own story, and what
Aren't
I
we all?
want is to complete the hero's journey. Whoa!
What is it? What happened?
I just saw a cyclist
Almost get demolished.
by a vehicle. I mean, this city really needs to add more bike lanes. But hey, look, this has been fun, but I gotta go because flying a real helicopter is a lot harder than the video game simulation made it seem. So we'll talk soon, okay?
All right, already unrealistic. If he learned on a video game simulation, he's probably one of the pedantic nerds that always comments on the videos that it's either a simulation or a video game. No one ever says video game simulation, so that's right out the window. He's probably in the comment section right now saying it's a simulation, it's real. Just kidding. Just kidding. Send all hate mail to Gonky. But yeah, so the premise is he learned how to fly on a video game and or simulation. And a video game, absolutely not. Like a console video game, any of that stuff, it's just not going to happen. In a simulator, if he had the controls, maybe, but he's not flying this well. You don't just transition. I mean, that's what's nonsense, right? You don't. I did DCS before I flew real helicopters, and it's a lot harder. Hovering, fixed wing, probably more likely. Helicopter, no. There's just so much seat of the pants feeling because you gotta get all those controls right. Now, AS350, it's a little bit easier to fly than like an R22, but I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying that he's stealing the helicopter just off the Sims, but it's a TV show.
wait. Hero?
Okay.
Hero.
Do we believe him?
I mean, he seemed like a sweet kid on the elevator. He's not talking like he's planning on.
Aren't
doing
you a
anything
cop?
violent.
And he's right. So they won't shoot him down unless he poses an imminent threat.
So how do we get him?
No,
down
but they'll
with
intercept him.
casualties?
We got 4 hours to figure that out. That's
Until
how much
he
fuel he's
poses
got
a
left.
threat.
Nolan, get out
And
there.
arguably, he already
shadow him the best you
poses
can.
a threat because
Can I
he
take
stole a
Lucy
police
with me? She'll help
helicopter.
him get in his head.
Okay, good idea. And Nolan, get him to land before gravity does it for him.
Oh, gravity.
Hey, ready to roll?
Oh, actually, Gray assigned me to ride with Nolan to trail Helicopter Kid.
All right, let me know if you need anything.
I don't think you're going to trail him from the ground, but good luck.
Hey.
I think he'd be struggling a lot more than he is, but maybe he's just a prodigy. I don't know.
need Copter Kid. Leo Thomas, age 17, no priors. Gray's reaching out to the family.
Clearly, there's trouble there. Well-adjusted kids don't steal police helicopters.
I mean, it could be classic
In today's-
teenage attention-seeking behavior.
Oh,
Trying
here
to
we go.
stand out, establish their identity. The whole thing's gotten
Oh, boy.
exponentially worse since social media.
Dyeing your hair is classic.
Yeah, you don't
attention
steal a
seeking.
police
Stealing
helicopter
a police
for
helicopter is
social
extremely
media.
dangerous.
Teenagers don't have fully formed brains. They don't perceive risk in the same ways that
Oh,
we do.
boy.
You remember that age.
I remember working 2 part-time jobs to save up for college.
Uphill
You never
both
acted
ways.
out.
Not in any substantial way.
But I don't know why I'm surprised.
Oh, like you were such a rebel.
You have no idea.
She's got a tattoo on her neck. Of course she's a rebel.
Morning, Los Angeles.
Who's he
This is
talking
Airship
to?
3 coming to you live and in the sky.
Is he still on the police
Just taking
radio,
Traffic on,
or is he now
Hold
on
up,
the AM/FM
and
radio?
then I was taking a poll about where I should go patrol next. Take a trip over to Santa Monica, maybe see what it'd be underwater when all the glaciers melt.
Hey there, Leo. Force Dad here. How's it going up there?
Hey, can't
I
complain.
love this.
You know the bathroom is in this thing?
Wait till you see his mic
Leo.
again.
What you are doing is really dangerous. Your family is worried.
Okay. A little bit of trivia here. This is universal, so it's not just LAPD does it this way. That mic right there is the PA. They do this on every episode. So you got 2 mics in a police car, right? You got the one you talk on the radio, and then you got the one you talk on to talk to the world outside the car, i.e. the PA, the loudspeaker, if you will. They make 100% of their radio calls for their show on the PA. And now, I've done it once accidentally, and my field training officer was like, why did you just clear this call to the whole world at 10 o'clock at night? She made fun of me. She still makes fun of me to this day for that one time I did that. But consistently, you'll see in this show, they always use the PA, and you can tell because it's gray. That's just the Wayland PA system, because the actual radio is a whole different system. So there you go. A little bit of trivia. I wonder if it was hooked up, if they were actually doing that so the producers could hear them outside. Interesting.
Sick about you.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, and I'm disappointed you thought it would.
So, see ya.
Wait, hang on. Just, did you really learn to fly from video games?
And a few clip talk tutorials.
So Clip Talk is their TikTok. TikTok is cancer. You're not learning how to fly on TikTok. Maybe YouTube. but not TikTok. Video. So I'm torn, right? Because I think fundamentally you could grasp some of it, but I don't think you could have this proficiency level. So this might be where you have to press the I believe button. And maybe I'm getting, my Mover-Ruins movie skills aren't as great as they used to be because, it's fiction, right? Okay. But no chance. Just not going to happen.
Wow, that's hats off, man. Wow. I mean, I love me some video games, but
build rapport. Don't call it a video game.
Breath of the Wild consumed my life for about 4 months. All right. What are the quests?
I'm not going to give you all of them up front. It doesn't work.
I feel like it would be more than just these two for a police helicopter, right?
Lives?
It's not that common, so you'd think like everybody would be on this, not just the two
first quest?
previous rookies. Good looking helicopter, though.
9412 Orange. It's been empty for over a year. Persistent 911 calls about drug activity.
Let's take a look.
This is a quest based in tragedy. A
Lock
bunch
your
of
door.
kids from our school, they started
Oof.
hanging out at
Did you
this
learn
abandoned
nothing?
house. They'd party, make a mess, just a typical rebellion of youth. And some hardcore guys
Good job parking
saw
on
a
the street.
market and they moved in. They started selling some hardcore drugs. And a raven-haired girl OD'd. The young princess, the hero leapt from afar. You can't save the princess, but you can stop the monsters who hurt her.
No, don't stand in front of the door. Nope, move. Get out of the door. You're lucky you didn't get shot. Why would he even open the door? Meanwhile, your partner is where? And you've told this to whom?
Turn around.
Oh,
Put your hands on
good.
your head. Fingers in a lace. Don't
Crossfire.
move.
I like to shoot each other.
You got him?
Yeah.
No, don't point your gun at your partner. And his thumbs are crossed. Did you have no advisor, sir?
Control 750. Well, an RA unit.
This is like from 2021 and they're still using handheld radios. Is LAPD still using handheld radios? That sucks. I like having the collar mic.
Okay, Leo. Quest
Good for
2 is
them.
complete. Funny coincidence.
All right.
Aside from a reptile straight out of Jurassic Park, we found a bunch of fentanyl in the house. 2 quests, 2 drug arrests. We're starting to sense a pattern here.
Alligator guy had drugs?
All right. I know this kid's brand new, but I would not be in an OGE, out of ground effect hover like this. Single engine helicopter, dangerous. This is not a place you want to be. Not if you, tactically, operationally, if you need to, go ahead. But for just having a conversation, put it in a nice, orbit. Kid's
It's a
new.
good thing you got him.
I'll cut him a break.
Do you want to tell us what these quests are really about?
Not right now.
Leo?
Relax.
Look at your third question enough.
There he goes. Now he's finally doing some stuff.
Quest,
Still
Leo,
just the
unless you
two
wanna just
chasing
skip
the
it.
helicopter that's
Land?
stolen around
You still
town.
up there, Leo?
Yeah, I'm here. Just enjoying the view.
You can track him on ADSB. He's got everything
We did a
on.
little digging after our last conversation. Turns out Murray, the guy
we're
with
back
the
on the
alligator,
PA.
one of
That's
his known
good.
associates,
Make sure the
is
whole
Brian
neighborhood knows what they're
Jost,
saying.
Your mom's boyfriend.
Your
Guess
mom's
they have
boyfriend.
A little distribution racket running.
Yeah, and we'd bet money that one of the dealers they sell
She
to
too
is
would
the
like
guy
to
we
go open mic
arrested
night
in
on the
Quest
PA.
1.
It's quite an epic tale.
Look, let's
At least
cut
his hearing
out
won't
this
be damaged
fantasy
with the
crap,
Bose
shall
headsets.
we, Leo? We know you didn't send us to that house to avenge a classmate. There is no classmate, but I think there is a princess you need us to save.
Your mom.
Your mom.
She has a history of drug abuse.
Your mom
but
goes
it
to
seems like
college.
she's been clean for a while.
Hey, don't be talking about my
After
mama.
My dad died. Then she rallied, got herself clean.
Okay. Murray flipped. We got a warrant on Brian Jost. You want to serve it?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Attention, Airship 3. I have a quest for you.
He's listening to the radio. He knows everything you just said.
Can you see your house from up there?
Oh, funny.
Hold on.
Dude's got some proficiency for just doing this the first time after all simulating gaming.
Hey, young hero, you seeing this?
Every second.
Great. Quest is over. I think it's time to come down now.
Oh, thank God. Because I have been airsick for the
Past 3 hours.
Airsick.
What's wrong?
I'm out of gas.
What now? Okay, so he's out of gas, fuel, petrol, whatever, jet fuel. He needs to enter an auto rotation. I doubt he knows how to do it, and you'll see here in a second. I don't think the producers did either. Why does it sound like an old Chevy now? No. What? It's like an old diesel tractor now. Okay. That's not an auto rotation at all. So you ran out of fuel, right? Cool. It's a helicopter. It doesn't just fall, because as long as you get the collective down, you can still generate some lift and glide and land. Now we're assuming fuel out, right? Not something else. Something else, yeah, maybe you got a little bit of power. But the fuel out, flame out, engine shuts down, you're doing an auto rotation. So you got to get that collective down, and you establish yourself in that initial glide, and then you flare, and then either do a run on, or if you got enough blade inertia, you can set it down. It does not look like this. And it does not sound like an old tractor. In fact, that sounds like an old diesel tractor, like a combine or something. That no, doesn't sound right. But anyway, here we go. And still, to this point, it's still just the one guy and girl. But you can see here, the young man. Oh, is he in the left seat? So is the AS-350 flown from the left seat? Maybe I was wrong. Because that's clearly not him. That's the actual pilot of this. Hard to tell. It's a knocking, too. It's got some kind of engine knock to it while it's shutting down. Not how a turbine engine shuts down, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, still just the two. So throughout this entire thing, LAPD only had enough manpower to send two people in one car. Awesome. Now he's in the right seat. Okay. No matter how much rapport you've built with him, you're still going to be a cop, and you're still going to put him face down on the concrete because you don't know what kind of threat he is. He's still under arrest. That's just an officer safety thing, right? You're still going to have contact cover. So one person is going to have a gun drawn because you don't know if he had a weapon, and the other one is going to go in, either put hands on, or they're going to call him out because it's a felony stop. Because just because it's a helicopter doesn't mean he didn't just commit a felony. And if you had a car, you would do that. Didn't John and Martha King have this happen to him? So you'd probably, at this scene, you'd have probably 20 or 30 real cops. The feds would be circling overhead, and probably some fighters that had been scrambled at this point, because I think they said it was like 3 or 4 hours, which I'm not sure the AS-350 can fly that long. But yeah. Okay. But this is hokey television. Why not? Let's see what they do.
That was
He's airsick.
that was intense.
Oh, there they are. There's their backup.
Yeah, the
Why not?
hero's journey is over.
Give him a hug
Not yet.
and then put him in handcuffs.
What?
You stole a police helicopter, Leo. You're under arrest.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that part right. Just a little slow.
What do you give us?
Everything, every job, every guy in his crew.
And the location of tonight's robbery?
Yeah, and they're supposed to hit the house within the hour.
Okay. This is not related, but this girl needs some work. And I'll show you here in a second why. Who holds a gun like this? What? You're not even did you just not have anybody to tell you how a cop would look holding a gun? I'd rather she just one-handed it, just hold it up, because this is awful. He's okay. She's not. Like, what is this? You're standing in front of the B pillar. There's crossfire, right? You're both pointing guns at each other. So you're going to shoot each other if something kicks off here in a minute.
Give me the keys and phone.
Look at her thumb. What? Who is their advisor? And it's so funny. The show is kind of meta sometimes because they act as advisors on other TV shows, but they never realize that they too are wrong.
You know, nobody takes pride in their work anymore. It used to be
That's what I'm saying. Nobody takes pride in their work anymore.
the getaway driver was hyper alert during a robbery.
I blame social media. Look, I don't know what this is about, but you got the wrong guy.
Okay, so just look how she's holding that gun.
We didn't order anything. Go away.
I love how they never have to shoot anybody in the show. It just, everybody surrenders. It's all good. Nobody cares. Nobody's clearing any corners or anything. It's fine. Everything works.
All clear.
Point the guns at the hostages. That's cool. She's just not doing any work at all. Her head's facing one way, her gun's facing the other direction, and she's not ready to shoot anything. Like, what? Who? They did this girl wrong. They just did it. There you go. He just throws his gun down. A flashbang that also smokes. That's cool. Pocket sand. Go. What? She's just looking through her front sight. She doesn't care about any of the align, the rears. Anything she shoots at this point is going into the ceiling. That's it. Into the ceiling. And of course, what happens when you don't clear the room correctly? Pie it. This guy pops out at you. Right into the American flag. Here's somebody get shot. There you go. Cover your eyes, kids. Okay. For all it gets wrong, the jiu-jitsu nerds will like this. So good on them for getting this. That's some smooth movement. So it's not all that practical,
Okay.
but it's really cool looking.
You know it.
And catchphrase. All right, that's enough. Have we ruined this? Probably. I don't know. Just getting back into the swing of things. Haven't done a movies in a while, but I saw this the other night and I'm like, yeah. Gamer simulator, so not both, steals a helicopter, flies it exceptionally well, doesn't need to auto-rotate it because it sounds like an old diesel engine when it runs out of fuel, and lands it perfectly, and then they, oh, yay, we love you, and then he gets handcuffed. But they actually do let him out. They let him out, so they let him go. No harm, no foul. Good guys win, bad guys lose. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Moving Ruins Movies. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to ruin next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.